If you're trying to figure out how do I start a high-end clothing brand like the major celebrities, okay, where do they buy their clothes at? And where do I actually get the money at to actually start using this money to buy these type of products? Well, if that's you, I'm going to show you how to actually start a high-end clothing brand and where to get the clothes from as well as where to get the money from. First clothing company, say that you're into like shapewear, okay? You're into exercise clothing and stuff like that. This is called Eurotech. So if you're familiar with Kim Kardashian Skims, this is the company she actually uses to buy her clothing from. So this is the company that actually manufactures. There is no cap on this. This is where she really goes, all right? So this is the first one. It's unavailable. Now with unavailable, here's the interesting thing about it. If you're familiar with Kendrick Lamar clothing line, Justin Bieber clothing line, Drake OVO clothing line, then this is the company they actually use to get their clothing and stuff from. This is where they go to get their clothing. So again, if you're into high fashion, high-end clothing and stuff like that, these are the companies I'm actually showing you. And I'm going to actually show you another way to find them. So hold with me and I'm going to show you where you can get the money to actually do this. Now, the next one is called Boston Clothing. All right. Now, here's the thing about it with Boston Clothing. All right. So if you're into high quality but low quantity type of clothing and stuff like that, this is the company you want to go to. All right. Because not only do they do the tracksuits, as you can see here, they do the hoodies, they do the bomber jackets and stuff like that. So this is the place you actually want to go. Again, if you want high quality and low quantity of clothing, this is the place you want to go to. Your next one is Ropa, Ropa.com. Now, here's the reason why you want to check out Ropa. If you're familiar with like Supreme Clothing, right? So with Supreme Clothing, this is the company that actually makes their clothing. High quality clothing and stuff. But I got something even better that's going to really shock you. All right? Supreme, when you want to buy that same sweater, same hoodie like Supreme, you would go to Ropa's other website called House of Blanks. Now, this House of Blanks, you can actually buy these here hoodies and put your label, your brand and stuff on them like this. And as you can see, it's a high quality, $110, but Supreme is selling these same hoodies because it has the name Supreme on it with the tag in it. They're selling them for $500, $600, some of them $1,000. So that's the reason why I'm showing you. If you want to get into the industry, if you wanted to get into high fashion quality industry and stuff like that and get away from the Fruit of Balloon type of hoodies and stuff like that, this is where you want to go. Here's another one. This is called Creative Fashion Brand, okay? Now, the thing about this, if you're familiar with Off-White clothing, all right, the high-end brand Off-White clothing, this is where they go. If you're familiar with Givenchy clothing, this is where they go. Plus, they would actually do the private labeling. You know how you always have to buy the clothes and then you don't want that company's label on it? Well, they actually would put whatever label you want, they'll actually put it in the hoodie or wherever you want it. That's right, they'll actually do it for you. So, Creative Fashion Brand. All right, now here's something. I'm gonna show y'all how to find this stuff. All right, so this here is called Import Yeti. As you can see here, ImportYeti.com. And so you may think of, what is that, Billionaire Boys Club, right? Excuse me for the misspelling, okay? But here's the thing about it. You can go here with it. But what it does, this system here, when you create an account or whatever, it will give you all the manufacturers who they use and stuff like that. So you're able to find out who's doing what. what clothing company they use and stuff like that. Now, if I'm doing a good job and you all are appreciating it, please give me a like or comment or a share, because I'm going to show you where to get the money from. All right, that's the most important part. Yes, you understand where to get the clothing and stuff from, but the money to get the clothing is what we want, right? Now, I have one other thing I want to show you. So say that you want to know where a supplier and stuff comes from. For example, like I have it typed up here, Target supplier list. Now, as you can see here, they have their factory list and they have their supplier list. All right. So if you click on supplier list, it'll take you over to this page and stuff like that. And it will, you keep on searching, it'll tell you like all the suppliers and stuff. Now, the reason they have to expose this list, because they don't want to get caught up for doing anything heinous, like maybe child labor laws or something like that. So that's the reason that they have to have those suppliers. So if there's a certain supplier you're thinking about and you want to like, or a certain product or brand, you say, hey, I want to use that supplier or whatever, this is how you actually do it. You type in that company, then you type in supplier list, and it will actually give you that supplier list, okay? First place I'm going to show you is American Express. American Express, these are the two top credit cards. I always tell people, if you want a business credit card from American Express, do not go for the gold business or platinum business credit card unless you're going to actually be doing like a lot of traveling and stuff, right? However, when you just want to be able to buy product and not being charged interest, these are the best credit cards you want from American Express. The American Express Blue Business Cash Card and the American Express Blue Business Plus Credit Card. All right, and as you can see here, 0% for 12 months. Now, here's the interesting thing about it. Of course, you have to be a member of American Express. Now, American Express, they do pull your FICO 8. They pull your Experian. If you're brand new, they're going to pull your Experian and your TransUnion FICO 8. Okay? However, you're going to apply for your first personal card, and then you can apply for your other business cards and stuff without the hard inquiry, okay? Now, American Express is starting to change up, because when you apply for a business account, sometimes they want you to actually attach or your actual business account so they can go periodically using Plaid to see if you're actually doing deposits and the revenue and stuff. And that also helps you from actually having to provide like bank statements if you want a credit limit increase, or if you want to avoid sharing your taxes with them and stuff. So it makes it much easier to do that. All right. So these are the two credit cards I would start with. Now, the next bank we want to talk about is U.S. Bank. Now, here's the reason why. U.S. Bank has some nice business credit cards. All right. And so, that being said, the best credit cards that I would say that you probably want to look at is the U.S. Bank Triple Cash, all right? The reason is because it gives you 15 months of zero interest on balance transfers and purchases, plus, this is the kicker, they will actually give you checks to liquidate the card. That's right. They will actually give you checks to actually liquidate the card. So this is going to be your top credit card. Now, one of their top credit cards, now they do have another business credit card. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But I wanted to tell you guys about U.S. Bank. With U.S. Bank, they use a FICO 9 scoring system. Most of the time, they're going to pull from your TransUnion. Sometimes they may pull Experian, but it's always going to be a FICO 9 scoring system, all right? So that's what you need to know. Now, their other one is the Platinum. As you can see here, it's 18 months. The other one was 15 months. This one is 18 months on purchases and balance transfers. And they give you checks to liquidate the card. So if you're trying to start your own clothing brand and stuff, and you need that money and stuff like that, this is the place you want to go. Now, if you cannot get in here, okay, if you can't join U.S. Bank, here's your alternative. You would find a credit union or a bank that offer Elan Financial credit cards, right? And because, like with this here public service credit union, you don't have to become a member of it. It's good to become a member, but you don't necessarily have to become a member to actually apply for their business credit cards. And you would see applying for their business credit cards. The credit cards you want to go for is this here one, the one that offers 18 months of zero interest. Now here's the thing about it. If you don't have a relationship with the credit unions, guys, please give me a thumbs up and share and comment if I'm helping you all, because I want you all to grow your business. Back to what I'm saying. If you do apply for this credit card and you do not have a relationship with this credit union or with a bank that actually issues Elan Financial, sometimes they may look at your Dun and Bradstreet file. Okay, just to see had you had any type of trade lines, if you missed any payments and stuff. But most of the time, they're going to pull your TransUnion FICO 9. So to have yourself covered, at least have at least a 680 or higher credit score for this business credit card. But as you can see, you still get the checks to liquidate the card, and it's 18 months. That's what I'm talking about. So you have that credit union. You also have this credit union. Here is the government, USECU government credit union. All right. And so they themselves, they actually use Elan Financial as well. Right. And so you would do the same thing. You would go over here. You would look for the credit card that offers 18% off of 18 months. Unbalanced transfers, okay? Unbalanced transfers and purchases. This is the card that you want, right? So those are two options. If you can't get into US Bank, you can use these because they do use most of the time TransUnion FICO 9 scoring, all right? Now, here's another place to get here's another place for you to get a business credit card, all right? And this is with Goldman Sachs Marcus, the GM business credit card. Now, here's the thing about it with this here business credit cards, they actually give you 12 months, 0% interest, all right? Here's something that most people don't know. That's on purchases, but what you can do, you can actually get this here credit card without an inquiry using the credit card hack. So what you would do, they would allow you to do a pre-approval. Once you do the pre-approval and they tell you how much you actually get approved for, then what you want to do, you want to go to another screen and lock your TransUnion file, and then apply for this credit card because they have the information already in their system. Now, when you do it that way, it may take them maybe 2 to 3 days, business days, to get back with you or whatever, but you still have a higher chance of being approved for that card without the hard inquiry, okay? Now, there's one other bank I want to show you where the money gets good at, all right? And this is PNC Bank, right? And so with PNC Bank, you have the PNC Rewards Visa, but that's not the card you want. You want this here card, the PNC Visa Business. Now, why PNC? Here's the interesting thing about PNC. Once you have their business credit card, all right, I always tell people give it 90 days to 6 months. Then you can actually apply for their business line of credit without a hard pull as well. So again, if you're trying to grow a high-end clothing brand and stuff and you need money and stuff, and they pull Experian FICO 9 as well. That's the cool part about this, is that they actually pull Experian FICO 9. So you would definitely be able to have, and I will tell you something else. You can apply for multiple business credit cards at the same time. Even like with Elan Financial, you can go to 2 separate institutes and back to back and apply for those credit cards and you get approved if you have a good, decent credit score. All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you all. Again, I hope that this video helps some of you all that's thinking of building an authentic, high quality clothing brand. If you have questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.